Oh, hello, and welcome back to the Leviathan Distant Stars. Thank you for bearing with us on our minor technical difficulties. Turns out the internet needs power. Who knew?
My cookie juice is cold now.
Your what juice?
My cookie juice.
Your cookie juice?
That explains a lot.
That does explain a lot. So if you haven't yet, you should probably remind people that we are in fact still live. Tweet out the stream, host the stream. If you did all of those things prior to us going live, it's really helpful if you do all of those things again. We're going to jump more or less right back into the action so we don't go super crazy long, but just some reminders. Thank you so much for all of your donations that are coming through. It really helps us keep the show running. You can donate directly and we will be reading out those donations at the end of the stream. You can also check out our Patreon for monthly regular donations, as well as setting up rewards or getting rewards for various things that you do. So we are in the season finale for season 1 of Leviathan Distant Stars, our Stars Without Number RPG. The crew of the Batleth are deep inside a space station that is being attacked by a large, monstrous alien ship. They met someone who was totally 100% trustworthy. You should trust everyone. That looks like a green shark that is possibly a crime lord. Who, surprise, surprise,
says he's a crime lord.
It's like he said he was a crime lord. He didn't even try and hide it.
Yeah, but we had to work together. It's like the beginning of every zombie. Oh, and then the end.
And then he rapidly betrayed them after finding out that they had a ship available and is now attempting to steal their ship so he can leave the station with the murder aliens. So at this point, the crew is split. Ziana and Conrad are now making their way back to Oksana, who has disembarked but can't particularly go too far away from the station without potentially attracting the attention of the Ray's ship. They are going to attempt to get into some fighter ships, size ships, because there have been a couple of fighter ships that have recently disembarked and are maybe making their way to Oksana right now. So they met some survivors who are now being escorted and making their way out through the station, hopefully to get back to the Batleth, which will hopefully be there when everyone shows up. Meanwhile, Thea, Kika, and Hexy are making their way to the central core, the computer, the autumn hub, I don't even know. Let's call it the core of the space station, Genis Landing.
So we finally
their hope is to not only activate and manipulate the docking clamps to prevent the rays from leaving, but then to also cause the station to degrade its orbit around the sun and eventually crash into the star that is at the center of this system. Hexy has now sort of, I assume, like maybe a light jog, caught up with Thea and Kika, who are in the midst of patching each other up.
We're light jogging too. That's why I use the mouth. So
that's right. That's right. Are you on her back?
Oh yeah. Oh, did you want to be?
Do you look fine now?
Oh, I'm 100%. After Hexy did that healing throw thing, I was like,
he was like, whoa, boom.
Oh yeah, and let's be real, we have definitely practiced the get on
run and
while
jump.
Running.
Oh yeah, because it's had to happen a couple times.
Like Salmon Bars does his salmon bars, and then I practice jumping on top of you while you're running.
Because
we need to go.
It's a good
Sometimes you're a little bit behind them as you see, fairly reasonably deftly, Kika scrambles / jumps their way onto Thea's back.
Are there any bends in the road, or?
It's again that curve, so you have to.
Like forks, we're fine.
Not currently, no.
Signage, maybe. It doesn't seem like they're paying super attention, so I want to make sure we find.
I was given direction.
You were told it's that direction,
and I went that direction. I am the oldest. We need to cool down. Let me have some respect. I was thrown today.
You are the oldest only in terms of the percentage of your life you have lived.
Yes, which is about 60 to 75%. It might be 100% if we don't get to the core.
To continue to
We're all
push,
barreling upwards.
get in front of them, and make sure that you guys see her. Because when she activates her telekinetic armory, there's usually sort of a little bit of a glitter, because she can control how it appears. And it's usually just kind of transparent. But when you can glitter, why not? And she's carrying her gun, so she's shielding you guys, and also maybe guiding.
It's like Sailor Moon where you touch
That's what Ziana told her to do.
Is it like Sailor Moon where you like touch it and then it like pop, 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 and then glitters, and then you can do like all the for your armor?
Perhaps a little bit more elaborate than she has time for right now, but
in your shows, that's actually...
when we have special effects, yes. She had a sparkly back suit before she learned disability, her sort of other abilities.
So we have a sparkler.
She still has the
sparkler.
No, I have sparkles. Okay. They're my sparkles.
We don't get
Okay.
the sparkles.
No
the
sparkles
two of you
for us.
are aware that Hexie is behind you.
Yeah,
Choose
we're not-
to let-
know.
like at some point, you all catch up with each other.
Yeah, like we're not gonna like race and then close the door on her. That would be a douchebag move.
Everybody, to navigate their way through a space station, go ahead and give me a no, and either intelligence or wisdom. I'll take either one. Thea, because you were doing some information gathering on this system, can add +1 to your roll. Let's do +2. 3.
8.
You are hurting cats. Both of them. You are hurting them. They
We
are
know
dead
where to
cats.
go.
Yeah, we
Look at
know
us.
where to go.
Together we're 20.
Look at these numbers. We're
Why are we
so
talking about numbers? We're going to the
What is
car.
happening right now is they're pointing at a bunch of numbers on the wall because, like, the corridor system, because you're in, like, all of the maintenance corridors, the corridor system is just a series of numbers.
It's supposed to be stars without numbers, but...
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm really confused. Did we successfully?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you two know where you're going,
Oh.
but you're also being kind of obnoxious about it.
But,
It's this way.
we also have a mission, so we're being obnoxious, but focused obnoxious.
Like running obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, so if you, my truth is definitely that I've had a kid. Like, if I say that I have, if I say I don't have a kid, everyone knows that one by now,
She
right?
just starts humming the piloting song to herself. The Conrad's heart.
It actually really helps. You start, like, all jogging kind of in time to it. Like, it's very rhythmic and useful. So you continue going. You successfully navigate, realizing, like, you've got to go up a couple more levels and a little bit further in. You spend maybe another 5 minutes or so sort of making your way there. And you notice as you're getting closer, like, there is sort of almost a directionality to a lot of, like, the piping and the tubing and things that are going on the ceiling. And you reach sort of a corridor where it's, like, really thick with
Wires.
cording and wiring.
Yeah.
And at this point, they just, like, gave up on, like, hiding it. They're just like, just stick another one up there. It'll be good. And in front of you, several corridors begin converging. And there is what you would assume to be some sort of fairly cylindrical sort of round room in kind of at a nexus point of several corridors. This is probably one of the hubs of the station, the core, somewhere where significant controls can be managed from.
Is it the central operating room, East Wing, Core W?
Central operating room
Esquire.
environment.
Yeah, let's go. I definitely like central operating room.
Yeah.
We'll keep
Core,
working
you know
on
what?
the
It's
E.
core without an
It's an
E.
it's the
yeah,
central
yeah.
operating room.
But everyone just knows.
It's the core.
Empanada.
Core.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we get in there,
The
and
central operating room empanada.
Yeah, where you
Heard
have
me.
all the empanadas.
there's a
They're
fridge-
really delicious.
There's a door in front of you.
Yeah. Is it not open?
It's not open.
Is there a control pad beside it? Is it like?
Ask
Can
if
I
there's
just
a
like hit it
handle.
to open it? Can we open it?
You can push it. Like we're gonna be
Yeah.
like.
You look at this door in front of you. It's a fairly large, like clearly kind of two sliding door panels. There is sort of some sort of like number pad, like keypad sort of entry. Like it's not open. There doesn't appear to be handles on the door.
Can I melt the door?
It might be more effective to try and telekinesis it
Sure.
open, but
What?
you can also try and melt it. You would look at this door and be like, this door is probably designed to survive some like small explosions.
Because she could hack.
We can hack later.
Try hack. Okay.
You wanna melt it?
Is it gonna be faster?
Probably. There's a lot of, I don't know, servers and things.
You also know that a lot of the power's off in the station, so if they're like an electronic door at this point, what's probably keeping them closed is most of the is the fact that they're heavy.
If it's okay for me with my manipulate up to 400 kilograms,
Yeah.
then I will activate my telekinetic manipulation. So Hexie will just kind of stand in front of it, because they're pretty heavy. Heavy doors. I got this. It's fine. It's you don't.
Ah,
World hacking.
take your time.
Reality.
It's the door to the mines of Moria.
Yeah.
Is it-
And you get, they're not open all the way, but you get a large enough like space in between the doors that you could pretty comfortably get through. And you hear like the grinding of the metal on the tracks that the door sits in as you, and it sort of scrapes open. And there's probably maybe like a meter space that it's open, about half open.
Thea's gonna pull her knife before going in there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. step in
Ooh,
there.
actually, you're gonna. Sorry.
Oh wait, no, you were gonna do something. You did it first.
Roland, I was just gonna look inside and see if I
It's
can notice
good.
anything.
Let's look first.
Knife comes out first though. Obs.
Hobbs.
We don't need the whole word.
Obs.
That's a lot of like.
It's a lot
I'm
of
using all my good
Yeah.
rolls on non.
There's a lot of consonants.
It's a lot of vowels.
That's when you should use your good rolls because you can re-roll fix.
No, I just rolled 3 and dropped 1.
Yeah, that's better time to have a bad roll.
10 for notice.
Notice 8 if you want to look in the room too.
I'll just look there.
7. Thea probably peeks around the door first, knife out, obs. She sort of looks in. Again, it's that dim, sort of bluish teal kind of lighting, everything sort of giving that pallor. It's difficult to see. You see in the room, sort of kind of around the edge, like almost sort of rings, like several arcs of. I want to be like computer equipment. Like what would the like consoles?
Yeah.
And then in the center there appears to be sort of essentially large servers where more things are connected to. This is definitely not like an engine for power generation. This would be it's the central operating room. It is the core of operations.
I am
this
less-
would be where you would control clamps from.
I'm less good at the
and
blink
automation
blink
of the system.
and more good at the explosion engines. This is not what I was anticipating, but you know what? I think you can do this.
Yeah.
You don't see anything moving in there.
Thea's gonna step inside and pull out a line shut. And is there a console that looks like it would, like in my kind of like knowledge of like layouts of consoles and where things are, is there one that looks like it would control the most?
You get the impression like consoles are it's essentially like multiple interaction points, so several people could be on them. There isn't really like here's the main computer. It would either be like the servers where it's sort of like the in and out point. Like you probably want to place for this system, you probably need to place at least 2, maybe 3 line shunts to really get good access to it because you're trying to essentially control an entire space station.
I don't know if we want to control the entire one. We just need to do a couple things on it.
Well, undo the clamps and then activate,
Orbital transfer.
yeah.
It's 2 things. It's not the entire space station.
But in order to do that, you need to be able to control multiple points.
Well,
on
and
the
if we
station.
identify where he's at, if we identify, sorry, I forgot the name of Shark Boy.
Umgar.
Only remember
Umgar?
Shark Boy.
Umgar.
If we identify where Ongar's at, we can lock him into.
I want to...
We think that he's in one of them, right? But we don't know.
Does the space station control those?
the ships, no.
I guess what I'm saying is he could have fired them off as a diversion.
I think I want to get this thing into the sun. That is my number 1. Let's get that, and then we'll deal with anything else we can possibly do. I want this thing into the sun in like 30 minutes.
Or it's free.
Or it's
Thea is going to attach all 3 line shunts.
Okay.
And
You also would see when you're in this room, there are multiple points of entry into them. All of the doors are closed. The only one that is partially open is the one that Hexie opened.
If there's time while she's doing this, Hexie wants to look at a spare terminal and familiarize herself with the layout of the station. Like if there's a map she can pull up, particularly finding a way to the outer wall of the spaceship.
That is definitely pretty easy to do. Like you don't need to make. You can just do intelligence and I would take no or program.
I don't have those, but we can fault.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Okay, you're able to pull up a map of it, and you spend a while kind of, like, that's going to consume most of your time to really get it. You get pretty comfortable, like, you could definitely direct a very efficient route from where you are straight out. Like, 'cause the station is kind of like a core and then a lot of spokes that would be leading out, and you're like, that spoke, that leads, and you actually manage to pull up, if you spend enough time on it, you'll pull up, like, spots that are thinner, maybe because they've been damaged. There's some damage reports that you're able to pull up. You're like, oh, this sort of like, so you would know which, what section to go to, but you're going to
Files are
spend
in
most
the
of your time to do that.
computer.
Exactly. I will assist you in hacking, whatever it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The first thing I'd like to do is lock the ship to use the docking clamps to lock the ship on.
Great. So I have a little like
Okay.
little headset-y thing that is it is like hooking on the ear in the ear, so it's in a place where it won't like mess with my sonar, but I can still hear it. And I'm gonna plug the little USB in the other part so I can hear and help her hack.
It's like
Okay.
a hacking movie about hackers.
So
Sneakers.
typically, hacking is not a super quick action that you would do. It's going to take a little bit of
I'm
time.
helping.
You are helping. That doesn't. Okay.
And
So I want to be
No, we're gonna
clear.
put both hands on it.
Yeah.
And then we'll go twice as fast.
That's.
We'll be so good.
That's not how.
No,
Who was it that showed me that? It's like
It's an
from
NCIS.
NCIS.
It's
where they're
NCIS.
like, if 2 of us type at the same time, we can hack twice as fast.
You're protecting from the
I
hack.
need to show it to you.
It's a great. It's
It'll make you
great.
so
This
sad.
really happened.
It really happened.
Yeah, it's in a TV show. It's
just
an
like
actual
NCIS is
television
amazing.
show.
Well, that was the shipping characters because those were 2 characters who were being shipped in that
So
season.
there are 2
So-
people on 1 keyboard.
So there's
There was
just
one
Oh, I
where
think
they
I've
like.
seen that. That angered me.
There was one where they like tried to run an Ethernet cable from a plane that was taking off to a car that was like running beneath it for some.
Right.
that actually sounds like my kind of plan.
Yeah.
You just get a lot of.
Not even. This
We'll save that for season 2,
Oh
though.
no! Oh no! No. I would rather be in a phone booth that's rotating as I bash away at my laptop.
Wait, what's this?
Hackers?
I haven't seen it.
90. Oh my god, you're children.
I mean, yes.
My favorite is Lois and Clark in the Adventures
wait,
of Superman. And Jimmy runs in the room and it's like, the virus has collapsed into a subdirectory. Reboot the land.
God, that show was great.
Just leave.
Are those even like any of these things connected?
How do I help?
Okay.
That show
So-
was so good, you guys.
We need
have no
to
idea.
preface with some setup.
Okay.
So hacking is an action that takes some time. So you can choose to make it faster, which will make it harder for you to do.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Okay.
we're strat talking. Don't listen. Can you put your hand in your ear so that the chat can hear this too?
You guys at
no,
home
you
too.
can re-roll. It's not an auto success.
No. I definitely didn't print off. I didn't print off my new character sheet.
Cool. So you're still running with a level 2 character.
Oh my god.
No, I think I wrote down all of the things. Oh, if you fail, you can re-roll and replace.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So you can't take an auto success. So you can.
That's right.
You
I
also
looked at the
like
rules and told her.
haven't. You're not familiar with the system, so there will be things that will make this harder. But that's the main one. If you're trying to make it faster, it will make it harder for you to do.
How long do I estimate that it will take me without making it faster? If I like take my time and I just do this thing.
Probably minimum 15 minutes, possibly up to 30.
Can I ask? Would having a key card access be faster?
To do what? This isn't a maglock.
No, but like,
like,
I'm
unlock
assuming
the-
we need like a login code, and like that could be on somebody's like long like.
It's
Like their
partially
key
that.
card.
You're also like trying to control, especially once you get into directing it into the sun. You were actively trying to get the station to do something it's not designed for.
Well,
How much time do we have in terms of our ticking timer?
I mean,
How
it
much
was
time do we
20
have
minutes
left?
before the grenade got thrown in.
And that was pretty. Yeah, it's probably you probably have about
Remember
30
the
minutes.
rule, Claudia.
Yeah. You don't get to say how long things have been.
So we have about 30 minutes.
I don't even think Kika wears a watch.
Kika could just
Okay.
hear time. Her ears are that big.
Just explode the stage.
I can hear cells dying
I mean,
and being reborn.
That's assuming Conrad doesn't.
Well,
do anything
I don't think
else.
we can make that assumption. Okay, So I think I'm going to take. So will I have a couple of opportunities if at some point I'm like, nope, I need to speed this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one,
Cool.
the docking clamps is going to be easier because you're essentially making the ship do something that the station do something that it's already kind of supposed to do, just in a weird way. And it's the crashing it into the sun or anything that actively destroys the station, which is against what the station is supposed to do.
There may be other ways to destroy it.
Yeah.
We just need to make sure the thing's trapped first.
Let's trap it.
Can I, if I roll well, actually, who's better at hacking? I'm level 1.
I'm also level 1, but I have a +1 to my intelligence.
So do I.
Ah.
We're matchy. I think you should take
Met
lead.
your match at last.
Okay, you ready?
I will assist. How do I
alright.
do that?
Naturally, you put your hands on the keyboard also. We just established
I
that.
thought you bit through wires until.
No, this
you
is
logged
hacking.
in.
Until it makes a good
Hacking.
sound.
Space hack.
Purrs.
What does that sound like?
Spacking? Oh.
I'm sorry, yeah, what does it sound like when it's purring?
Oh my god.
You put their heads together, and I will actually just have you go ahead and roll. I'll have both of you roll program and intelligence. And I will 10. 7. So in this case, Thea goes in and starts hacking, and then Kika's like, nah.
Nah. And like, if you're pressing buttons, it's like,
And Thea's like starts backseat hacking. As you go in, you get through the subdirectories and reset the land. I'm sorry, reboot the land.
Blow this whole station up.
And you eventually make your way
I
through.
just kind of did.
I was like, so you are trying to essentially just sabotage the system. So 10. You
Give 'em the
hear
clamps.
like you comes up on the screen and there's a moment and it's like, and the station seems like it takes a moment. It's a little unresponsive, but with the assistance, Thea eventually picks up on the piece that you're supposed to do, and you see kind of several points of imagery coming up on the screen indicating that like docking clamp 7 and then like 1 through 20 are all activated, and you kind of manage to rotate them slightly, and that's the part where they're like trying to clamp onto this thing. You hear kind of sort of deep resonant within the systems as these large mechanical parts are probably not supposed to move in the direction that they're moving.
I was being the clamp for the audience.
Yeah, and the clamps, if you were outside, pan out and to the outside of the space station. Several smaller, I mean, they're clamps.
They're
None
more
of them
like-
are for large ships, but several tiny death by 1,000 pins, several tiny clamps sort of begin to latch onto portions of the station. Thea, roll me a mental saving throw.
Shit.
Oh, because they know what you do.
Conrad, do the same. A mental saving throw is a d20.
Oh.
Mental saving throw. This is not as physical. I'll have
Oh,
them
that's
do that in a
right.
second.
I'm really bad at these.
Natural 20. Thank you very
Ah,
much.
take that, Ray's trying to invade your mind.
Take that. One.
Unnatural 20. But with
You hear a whisper, like something like there's like a cold sort of in the back of your mind, like something's like, but there's nothing more, and it's gone. Thea, like a chill runs down the back of your spine, and that's all. Conrad,
I'm just doing this.
it's been about 30 or so minutes
as a
since the infection began.
yeah.
It feels, as that chill seeps over you, it feels kind of like your shoulder stings a little bit, almost like it's stiff, like maybe there's more fluid than it's supposed to have in that region.
Oh, fluid's bad.
Oh no.
Roll me a physical saving throw, +5.
+5.
Fluid, no.
Oh, the cyanic healing vibes.
That
And you had Space Mountain Dew. Space Mountain Dew.
Space Mountain Dew.
Nothing,
It's not a one.
nothing is going to
Eleven.
help me with that.
With the 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 1.
It was.
He rolled this much. You pause for a moment and sort of lurch over. Ziana, you see this as like his shoulder tenses for a moment, and you think you see maybe some color that wasn't there before.
Wait, my feet are stuck in my chair. I can't get
Ziana
out.
grabs hold of him to steady him.
Whoa. Don't know what that was. Must be something with the ship's atmosphere. Quick.
It's the infection. We have very limited time to do this.
Well, then let's do it right.
Just hold it together. Let's.
At this point, unless you went for the docking bay that you guys originally started in, you were able to get to a different one slightly faster. Because remember, there's pretty much bays on every level.
Yeah.
So you make your way out. You have to open a door at some point, and you find yourself in one of the docking bays, and there's a handful of small ships without thread drives.
Like one-seaters?
Yeah,
Okay.
TIE fighters.
basically, yeah.
Can you pilot?
I'm good, Captain.
I'm relying on it.
I won't let you down.
I know you won't.
Should we tell Oksana to rendezvous with us?
We'll figure that out once we get in the air and know what we're dealing with.
All right.
Keep your comms on.
I hop into one of the ships and...
Conveniently, someone just left their keys in one of them.
I know.
I mean, someone is probably going to need to roll for hot wiring a spaceship. I would make that a fix and intelligence.
Me, please.
Do you have either one of those?
I do not have fix. I have pilot, which means I work a lot with ships.
I will allow that to mean you're not defaulting.
Hey.
Same for you.
What does that mean?
So you're rolling with
not bad.
your intelligence bonus, and then you're not subtracting anything.
9.
Oh, 11.
Nice. Ziana's just like, bump, and Fonzie's it open, and snaps her fingers, and the ship just... Conrad
used to
is
dealing with Rex.
not quite so smooth, but he does manage to take a moment and, like... Hot wiring is illegal.
I'm not smooth, I'm gentle.
They leave their keys in some floppy thing.
Yeah,
You
hot
can't
wiring is
have
illegal,
Yeah,
and, like,
and
you
it's
first
just
have to
weird.
wrestle with your Ica morals.
Yeah, that's what's got me slowing me down right now.
Yeah.
Of
Those
course I've seen
pesky
Happy
morals.
Days!
Monday.
Classic television!
So
Also, when you wake up at 2 in the morning because you're jet lagged, Happy Days is on Nick
Monday,
at night.
Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, we're
I
done.
don't know if we're allowed to sing that.
Happy Days, Saturday, what a day, grooving all week with you.
Parody.
Except the week is over because the ship is consumed and we all die.
So, that was my good go to bed tone.
You both
When that
get
was on
into
the
your
TV, it
ships
was time to go to
and
bed.
take off. Back in the core.
Are we done? Are we done? We're good. Are we done?
No, we need to.
But it took about 15 minutes for you to do that. You feel pretty confident that you got it in a short period of time.
We,
Have we got the clamps? Have we sent it into the sun yet?
no, we only got the sun. We only got the clamps.
We got it.
We got
Okay, we got to make it go into the sun.
How far away is the engine room? Because if we can deactivate one of the two engines.
And then high power the other?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think we have time to run around the ship. I think we gotta do it from here.
So you spent a fair amount of time actually now looking at the plans for the
did.
space station, and you're pretty confident that, like, you know what engines look like on a ship. Space stations don't have classic engines. Like, they're not designed to
Oh,
maneuver
no!
themselves. Yeah, they're
But the
they're not-
thrusters.
they have like some basic
They have
thrusters.
Stabilization.
And stabilization, but they're not really designed to maneuver in space the same way a ship is.
But
Can
what
I pull
if
out the
we.
list
There was a
of,
whole episode of DS9.
is there a schematic? Can you give me a schematic for chemicals on the station?
Yep.
Let's throw half of the spaceship away, and then when you throw something in space, the gravity pushes it the other
You
way.
can't fix this.
That's how.
No, wait, let her finish.
Yeah, like
And then you reverse the polarity!
okay. Reversing the polarity might actually work, but I'm saying, like, if we throw something big from the ship, the force of the throw will push us the other way.
That's
You mean
true.
like a raise?
But
Like
that's
throw
no.
a raise?
But
No,
that's what you're
Newton's-
thinking, right? If we explode something on one end of the ship, it's going to force it the other
I was just
direction,
gonna blow the thing up, but if you wanted to blow it up strategically, if the map says that, that's fine too.
right?
Let's just blow something up.
Okay.
Where's the blow up parts?
I got
Okay, roll a. Actually, this is asking a specific question, so go ahead, Intim program.
Huh?
Intim
program. Perfect.
I can. Oh,
I
can
just 8, 9.
You're good. There are many options for explosions on the ship. There is like power cell locations, which, if programmed correctly, could probably be could backfire on themselves, and much like a battery can be rewired to explode.
You mean I'm sorry, reversing the polarity on a battery?
I don't think that's what it is. No, I think it's you're creating a feedback loop and tearing the time-space continuum apart.
Are there any on the side? Are there any flammables that are on the exterior of the space station, so that I can see perhaps from a retreating vehicle?
There is definitely fuel depots. That would probably be the most explosive. Like, there are pretty much at most of the docking bays, there's various levels. But you would know, looking at the schematics, on one of the locations, not too far away from you, it would take a little bit of time. One of the docks is like the primary refueling station. That could certainly be triggered into some sort of detonation as well.
If we blow that up, is it gonna light the oxygen in all this area like fire?
We should not be on the ship when we blow it up, because spaceships very flammable.
It's a lot of oxygen still on the ship. I mean, shorting the terminals.
So, we have a couple of options, and are there any that you want to try digitally? Like, is there like a routine that just says self-destruct in 15 minutes and sets up a timer and like a cool techno beat or something, like in the movies?
You could probably program it.
Am I going to be programming at a penalty if I try and do that, as opposed to overload some batteries?
Overloading the... overloading
You know what I
the
mean?
batteries... Getting the fuel to explode from the computer doesn't really work, because the power cell, yeah.
So the power cells, I think, is what
Yeah.
we were to try digitally.
The power cells is what you would do digitally.
And then the fuel depots are a last resort. If we just get on a thing, pull out, and give me visual.
Because the power cells, we could start on a site. We could just start them
That will
overloading,
take a
and then
small
we
amount
know
of time.
how long. Huh?
You will have a rough approximation of how long it will take.
We'll know exactly how long it's going to take. It can't be. Look, I've done this before, so I think it's going to be
Pick
fine.
a song that's
What?
approximately the right length and program it in.
You don't know what she's saying.
I know I don't. But that's a detail we're glossing over.
Will do.
What is it with you two and your estimations of time?
We give you
They-
Watches are required all around.
We're giving you
Those
the
estimations
answer.
have gotten us into more problems than any spaceman
Oh,
can do.
To be fair,
Excuse
Thea
me.
truly does think she can estimate this accurately.
I believe
It's like
that.
it's becoming a little bit like noise is off. 5 minutes until space eruption. 10 minutes until space interruption.
Okay.
Please take your seat.
Roll, program, and int. Are you trying to rush this to make it happen faster?
I guess the ultimate question I'm trying to figure out is, do I need to?
It took you 15 minutes to do the last one. It could take you... this one is harder, so it'll probably take you longer if you don't rush it.
I'm gonna rush it.
Okay.
Would you like help?
What's the worst
Yes,
that can
please.
happen?
Unless you wanna.
What else am I gonna do?
Ask Conrad in 30 minutes.
What's the status of the evacuation?
You have no idea. Shit! You're on a fighter. You left them.
I didn't bring her comms. I didn't give her. Surely there's some kind of communication we can have like
I thought we left someone in charge of.
Yeah, the bird.
the bird girl.
I mean, they're presumably herding people
Yeah.
towards. The,
Yeah.
Where is it?
Fine.
Oxana's gonna be.
We're in full space balls now. Like
Yeah.
Hex is
Well,
looking,
she doesn't
Hex
know
is
that-
looking for like an intercom.
This is your last chance to push the cancellation button.
Can we roll?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't know why you hadn't rolled.
Because everyone's.
Because we're just
Okay.
waiting.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
waiting.
We're on for our turn.
Here we go.
Okay.
I can't interpret her dice.
Come on, guys. It's not
Rolling
that
big.
hard. This is a 5. This is a
bad.
3.
9.
I got 11.
Okay. Again, Thea's a little bit better now, but Kika starts backseat programming again.
It's the sound. I can
They're not clacking right.
I can hear what each button that you're pressing is doing, and it's not.
What?
Yeah, the blind bat is better.
Oh, sorry. Beep
man.
beep. I told Clarice to get her people to the docking bay.
But where?
We might be getting.
We're on fighter ships right now, We're trying to stop Ungar.
So,
Beep, beep. We're stopping him, not trying to stop.
We are
Beep, beep.
stopping.
Ziana, just gonna point out that on the docking bay they don't have a way to get off, and we are very close to blowing up the station.
You're blowing up the station?
We're starting a
Beep,
beep
beep.
beep.
I like it. Beep, beep.
Oh, we have to get rid of the race. That was the whole point of coming here.
Blowing up the station was not the original plan.
Beep, beep.
It was very much the first thing I said when we talked about there being a raise on the space station. I was very clear about that.
Hey, we can have this fight later. We were gonna push it into the sun. It's okay. We can have this fight later. Oksana.
My mind work is really good.
Wait, I'm just gonna have to wait until I see what's outside
Yeah.
so I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this conversation is
Are you
happening
like
as
the
you
old-timey
are.
phone operator?
Yeah.
Oh, rude.
I'm pressing buttons.
No, I mean, like, the cable.
You continue looking
Oh,
at some schematics,
I thought
and
you
you're
were playing the
looking
cable.
for like an
My
intercom
mind work
system.
needs work.
Well, yeah, then looking for a physical intercom of some sort in
Yeah.
the room so I can get on and be
Yeah,
like,
you find eventually like the emergency broadcast channel for the station
Yes.
that'll go through once. It's not too hard to find because it's in emergency power mode right now.
Hexy, I'll figure out what would be the best place for Oksana to dock. We'll dock. You direct the.
I'm not sure we have that much time.
We have to make that much time.
I can do a lot of things with my mind, but I can't turn back time.
Hey, what's that? When is it?
I just need a little
I'm gonna
time.
do what we need to. We're on a timer. I believe in you and I trust you, but I'm not gonna let this
beep, beep.
thing.
We're pretty sure this is gonna explode in what do we say?
No!
No!
You don't get to finish that sentence. Static.
6 hours.
Beep beep. Salmon bars. You all right?
Beep, beep. Oh, I've never been better.
Great.
Meep meep. Is that the blue goop? Is he turning blue?
I don't know. I can't see him. I don't have seeing powers.
I got you.
Hexy gonna sound the intercom. Boom, boom. Can I have your attention, please? Please remain calm and head to the evacuation dock on Ring C.
Yeah, you've
I-
identified probably somewhere that's closer to where they were than where Oksana was, because at this point, all bets are off.
Yeah. Please make your way directly to these coordinates. You have approximately 10 minutes. Boom, boom.
Hey, can't
Okay.
the rays hear?
I don't know if they speak English. At this point, that's the least of our problems.
Wait. Can you take over hacking?
Yeah. I just stretch.
I would like to scream at them
Okay.
in my brain.
Who are you trying to scream at?
I am trying to scream at. I would like to target it toward whatever entity is piloting or kind of commanding the
So
ship.
you're gonna yell at the rays, just
Yeah,
the
just-
entire living ship.
Yes.
Cool, go for it.
I am worried about this now that you said that. That's a really good idea.
Well.
Roll lead in charisma.
Every time a GM gets that look of gleeful wonder at something that I suggest, I always know I'm about to die.
Okay. Let's see. 7? 7.
You didn't fail, so you
Wait,
guys
no. You have talk. Roll 3 dice.
No, but she said lead.
Lead.
I know.
She's not trying to persuade. She's trying to dominate. She is
I
trying
am
to
trying-
be the alpha ship.
That's fair. Okay.
Well,
I tried.
everyone was fun.
Guys, you used to live. You can be small.
So you are yelling at the ship. You are continuing the hacking. You are directing the people. You actually managed to even get into. Actually, we'll see. Roll intelligence and know or program.
I suppose I could use wisdom.
Yeah, you can use wisdom. Just like your gut memory.
5.
You spend a little bit of time, but you manage to find like some basic tracking, like location information. It's a little bit patchy, but you're able to like kind of be on the intercom and provide some basic directions because you can see like heat signature sort of.
Yes, I hear you, Alpha 19.
information.
You're going to need to take a right and a left. Yeah, keep going down that way. Go down that access hatch. Yeah, you're good. Over now.
So Hexy,
He's just playing a role.
Anytime that there's like a help, like there's like a help button, like I'm lost, and it just goes to you.
Yeah.
Beep pong.
This is ship security. How can I help?
yeah, because there's occasional intercoms, and so they start like talking back. And
Yes,
so
I
it's
do.
like we're in access port.
I'm so glad you recognized me. Yes, I'd be happy to sign an autograph for you later. Just don't die.
To the fighter pilots.
Hey.
You have exited the dock. You sort of circle around. You're small enough that you can get a bit of a loop, and you see Oksana
you're
is
welcome.
currently being actually. I mean, this is you're in a ship, so you're gonna need to roll. I'll take pilot in place of this, but definitely has to be intelligence because you're seeing what you can see. It would normally be program, but you can do pilot in place instead.
6.
7.
You're kind of unfamiliar with the controls, so you're not 100% sure what you see, but you sort of
don't
come
have a
around and
window?
eventually get some visual range on it. You would learn a little
see.
bit sooner, but you have to get within essentially combat range. You're not able to pick them up before that. And you see 3 small fighter ships, and Oksana just like careening as close as it can to the edge of the station. You see like a small portion of it like gets nicked by some like a sticking out post or some like large metal thing, and the word Batleth is just
We worked really hard to make sure
and
that
goes
part was
through
good.
one of the flames on the
Okay.
side.
All right, she's
You
gonna.
don't see
All right,
this
she's
at all.
gonna.
We're gonna see it eventually.
Ziana opens comms to Conrad and to the Batleth to Oksana. Oksana, you have to dock it. Whatever it was that she heard Hexy direct them at.
Okay.
Conrad, we need to. Kenny, sorry. We need to cover. We need to cover the ship. That is.
Aye, Captain.
No matter what else, we need to make sure that it's covered.
No one's getting past the line.
All right.
Aren't lightnings faster than flames?
Hold the door, Kenny.
They are.
Hold the door.
Heading to docking bay.
Don't you. I'm gonna throw something at you
See
again.
Oksana
Sending
pull
flames.
around. I mean, I was
Melting.
Captain Kirahe, which, depending on how you play Mass Effect, goes better or worse. Who's Ashley and who's Kaden?
I don't know who those people are. I wish I could.
I left Caden on that planet with
yeah,
the
I
quickness, so
yeah,
I'm just
fine.
like,
Wait, that's my
like,
the beautiful, beautiful
skip,
set.
skip,
No,
skip.
he's not. No, he's in the second one. So,
Thing.
roll initiative
Yeah.
for
Is
piloting.
that normal?
Yeah, it's 1d8
1d8.
plus. Oh, actually, we're doing ship initiative, but you're both separate ships. Yeah, pilot plus 1d8.
3.
6, 7, no 6.
Sorry, you're 1d8 plus dex or int, I should say, actually.
Oh.
So
Still 3.
Okay, Conrad.
Still 6.
We're not high fiving for any reason.
And
Everything's
presumably,
fine.
Oksana can still like fire from while she's.
Oksana has been given commands to go dock, so she will eventually lose some combat range. But she's
She can
probably
only do
going to
one thing
be
at a time.
mostly taking. Yeah, I mean there is no crew, so she's going to mostly be taking the escaping, like evasive maneuvers action to try and get out of their range. Unfortunately. Okay, the first ships are going to, you guys actually probably get, no, they get to go first, sorry. I thought about it. You had 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, they rolled 8. They are going to fire. Oh man. that's
Man,
not
this
good.
space
How many
game
ships
is
are there? 3?
like the most.
There are a little 3 of them.
Scariest thing.
They are definitely not designed
Space.
to hit you, so
Good.
yeah, it's a -4.
I just want to
They
say,
have clumsy weapons. but you also do
I
too.
took like an extra
Okay, they both miss.
30 seconds to choose like, obviously the most powerful fighter
Cool.
that there was.
You got one with the clumsy cannon
Great.
because you rolled lower than Ziano, who gets the one with the flat cannon, which will
Great.
roll twice against fighters
Wait, what?
You're gonna have to
That's
tell me
all right.
what I'm rolling and.
for damage.
Okay.
But you still roll regular to hit. All right.
Does it do like it's like Gatling guns?
Yeah,
How
they're
many-
designed to hit. Okay, Conrad. Or sorry, Ziana and then Conrad.
How many HP do I have in this thing?
We didn't change those, right?
No, we did, and then we undid.
And then we undid, so 8.
8.
Is mine 8 as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a lot.
Nope.
Nope.
So they're 8
Dice.
space
These
units
little
of
sparkling
damage.
dice. All right. So Ziana is going to.
And also, you essentially generate, because you're running all of the rolls, you'll generate a bunch of CP from everything, but you can only take one action per turn.
I know which action I'm going to take.
Which one?
I'm going to attack.
I'm going to take a nap.
Take an action. Yeah.
I'm going to attack. I'm going
Okay.
to open fire.
All right. So roll your attack as regular. If you hit, you end up rolling twice for damage.
Okay, so I roll a d20 as regular. What do I add to that?
That's going to be your
Pilot and.
pilot and intelligence or dex. Oh no, your shoot skill. Sorry.
So shoot or pilot?
Shoot.
Shoot?
Because
Okay.
you are shooting a gun.
Oh, well then, I do not have that. So 16 to hit.
You'll hit. Okay, roll your damage and you roll twice and take the higher. It's 3d4. Oh no, wait. You have the flak, 2d4. Plus
I don't have d4
3.
Oh, how many d4?
2d4.
Roll the
Sorry.
last.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was not enough.
So, and I get to roll it twice, you said?
And take the higher.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Nice, nice.
The
Destroy
higher
the
of
ship.
1 dice?
You roll all your damage and then just
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 I rolled the first time,
Yes.
and 4 I rolled the second time.
8.
Whoa.
so you slop fire a rattle of flak ammunition at this tiny fighter that tries to roll out of the way, and it just like massive holes are blown into its sides as you take out about half of its.
Oh, because you.
Could have just cooperated. Could have just
Could've.
peacefully gone.
Could've.
Take me, Captain.
You want to hit Conrad?
All right.
Do it.
Yeah, you got it.
Kenny.
Oh,
Yes.
pretty sure I hit 18 before I add stuff on.
Yes,
So,
you will hit.
and what
Even
do
with
I
your
roll
clumsy
for
weapon.
damage?
You have a clumsy weapon, which made it harder for you to hit. However, it is 3d4 damage plus your pilot, plus your shoot skill.
What?
3d4.
3d4.
Now's your time, Dan.
4, 5, 8 plus my shoot skill is 10.
Did you aim for the one she fired at? Blast it, and it. Little small space explosion because there's very little oxygen in space as the oxygen in the cannon is consumed, and then the body may or may not be a little chunky salsa.
Truth. I'm having
one of-
a bad day.
One of the other ones is going to turn around, and
How many fighters are there out here?
there were 3. So one is destroyed. And they're both going to attempt to fire. The one hitting you is going to miss, and it's going to miss because your AC is 16, in case you're wondering. They both miss.
Nice. Wait,
Ziana.
Ziana. This is a nice fighter. We should steal
Yeah,
these.
we should take these. We should build these.
We should put these in
I'm
our
gonna,
docking bed.
Yeah, these aren't great. These are like fighters without any armor. They're just really little ships.
Yeah, we should take these.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like
So-
big
We can paint
drones.
them.
I'm going to, while she's like trying to also get herself in between the Batleth and the pursuers, going to fire on the next one.
Okay.
Which is a 15.
that's
Roll
loading.
it.
And I'm gonna miss. It's a
Wait.
3.
Yeah, that's going to miss.
shit.
Conrad.
Firing
I
again.
would prefer to think of it as liberating them from their restraints.
You got this.
11. Probably not.
You miss. You miss. With that, both of you, just a lot of shots firing. A few of them land against the side of the station. They are going to take shots at both of you.
No.
No fun.
No,
captain of the Batleth. Looks like a nice ship, though. And they're gonna hit you.
So is Omkar in like one that is a slightly different color or like?
Yeah, of course, probably. And you're gonna take. You have 2 points of armor on there, so you lose that, and you take 3 points of damage.
Down to 5.
Wait, that's really bad.
Yeah.
The other one misses you.
I don't like these anymore.
Ziana, and then Conrad.
Oh, God. This would have been so much easier if you had been a little bit more agreeable. I'm going to fire again. Natural 20.
Yes! I'm going to say maximum damage and then roll another d4 that you can roll twice and take the higher.
Okay,
So
so
you're going to deal 8 damage.
9, 10.
You can roll that again and see if you get higher.
Yes. I did. 3.
11. Who are you aiming at?
Can I tell which one Fish Boy's in?
She said it was a different
Yeah, it's a different color.
Oh, okay.
Is it
that
like-
one?
It's green.
That one.
He takes the green one. You blast through his 2 points of tiny little armor, which is just enough. It takes off 2, and you deal enough damage. You tear his ship open with your massive flak cannons. He attempts to side scroll, and the entire thing explodes. The other ship very quickly is like, oh shit. Mistakes have been made! Conrad!
Opening fire. Nat 20.
Give me your dice! I'm gonna put him in the cage!
Yeah! That was the other one, Cole.
I finished my thought.
Yeah.
Truth, I'm having a bad day. Truth, you shouldn't have betrayed us. Lie, you're making it out of here alive.
You also deal max damage, which yours is 3d4, which is also enough to destroy through their tiny points of 2 points of armor, and the ship explodes. Oksana has getting pretty close and is about to dock.
I assume on our end we extricate ourselves when there's a proximity.
Yeah, you feel pretty confident now that you've gotten from the original hack, the two of you. You're multi-hacking. You see pop up on the screen, like for a moment you're sort of watching the power, and then an alert comes up: power levels critical, or power levels overloading.
Go.
System core, and then like you keep seeing the message, and then it's like evacuation required imminent. Evacuation.
This is your security office. Evacuation is now mandatory. You have 2 minutes to get down to the dock. This is your final warning. Have a nice day.
Take my earphones off.
BB, Oksana, are you docked?
You're just gonna roll. Yes, Captain, I am here now.
Open the hatch. Let the Arados in with her people.
Wait, what, Captain?
Oh, just do it.
You want me to let an Eratos on board?
You know,
Captain?
I'm already feeling sore enough about it without you needing to
Do you
rub
need
it
me
in.
to disable the Eratos protocols?
Oh,
Yes, and thank you for
It's like,
reminding me.
as a neurotoxin gets ready to vent into
We have turrets.
on his side.
It's only for Eratos. No,
Sharks
it
would've been
plays
fine.
it plays a pitch that only they can hear, and that like messes with their head.
But there are no secret protocols.
There are no
There are no secret protocols.
That one is like,
disabling protocols.
that one is on a plaque on the front of
Just
the
no.
Erato.
All right, ladies, our flight leaves in 2 minutes. Let's go.
I don't think I can go back down there in time.
You're on my back.
Oh my god, it's back. I don't think I can make it.
Okay, well,
Oh, well.
see you,
It was
Kika.
nice knowing you.
Bye,
Um,
Mika.
Give me an exert and
God.
dexterity or strength. You're on her back.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry.
Where is Sarin?
Oh shoot.
Sarin is a distance away, within like a
can read your
pretty. You
name,
told
right.
them to keep enough distance that the rays wouldn't be attending to them.
The little fighters are probably faster than the Batleth, right?
It isn't on combat.
Like within system
It is
travel.
on combat. There we go. I'll reroll.
Or roughly equivalent to it.
Conrad,
Captain.
get to Sarin. Turn around and go.
I finished-
Now.
Yes, Captain.
I assume you.
I start heading.
It's been like how much time?
No.
It's been a
No.
quantity of time.
I didn't suggest that. I asked.
It's been a quantity of time. And at this point, okay, what were your rolls?
I got 7.
7
Worse.
No, it was better by 1. It was
The,
better by 1.
trips and
Oh
lands.
my.
It's okay.
Hell.
I'll do the rollout too.
Okay, because we planned
okay,
this
roll
this
it
is
out.
not the first time.
She's not resisting, right?
No, you also feel like in this moment, like the wall to space may be closer than the docking bay.
Aha. Okay, great. So,
Oh my God.
So, I see in my mind
Yeah.
the maps.
Got the map in your mind.
To me now, and she runs over, grab me.
Tickety 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 tickety.
So Hexy,
Why are we here?
before shit
The
gets
door's that way.
shit gets crazy, Hexy meeps Ziana and says, "Find us." But she uses, I think it's probably easier to try to use, because it's already damaged, to use telekinetic manipulation, because I can blow walls, holes in walls that are weaker, and that one's weakened.
Yeah, you're on like one of the edges.
So this happens like this.
didn't
Hexy
work
gets
well last
close
time.
to them. She messages Ziana, and you guys probably
find
hear
us.
that.
What does
Find
find
us,
us Wait, what?
Find us, Dexy, moving outwards, and
What does
then
that mean? Hexy!
We're out of time. And she blows a hole, and at the same time she exerts
That's bad.
effort to create. She uses
You are currently being like
Yeah.
held by her.
We're like, that's not
and
good.
she activates her pressure field and exerts one effort to extend it to include the party around her. And so we are immediately protected by essentially an invisible vac suit. She blows a hole in the center of the station and pushes off so that we can exit the station before it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Don't just chill, okay? Just chill. It's cold in space anyway, so it should be easy to chill.
This whole time.
As you are coming around on the ship and the Batleth, you see like a tiny explosion, just as like several parts of plates and like a small hole is made in the side of the station as you just are flying past it. And you don't see anything else, but you do see that tiny hole show up as you like pull around and come level with the Batleth.
God.
Oksana is like, I have 13 errata passengers and on board, including the erratas.
Open comms for the Eratos.
I'm just like feeling.
Clariskis, are all your people on board?
All of the ones that made it, yes.
Fuck, what is your name? Oksana! Oksana, close, disembark, get out of there, the place is gonna blow.
Activating impulse drives.
Oh god,
Maybe
we
pick
need
up-
to pick up, what does find us mean? Sorry, she's gonna start flying towards
We're over and Hexy just
There's-
keeps messaging.
I can't
We're
get-
over here.
I can't get from the thing that I am on to the Batleth, can I? Like, there's no, the Batleth
The
doesn't
Batleth is not big enough to
No.
dock a fighter
Yeah,
in it.
fuck. Alright.
Meep meep. We're in
I'm
space.
setting. What?
We're
You
in
have to
space.
use it.
I did. I didn't know how much time we had.
Ziana,
You are slowly drifting in space as you see, like, you probably have a slight remote and it's like 30 seconds. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
god! Ziana is immediately going to fly the fighter towards this so that she can get like some coordinates that she can send to Oksana and have Oksana like.
Meep,
all right,
meep.
here's what we're going to do. You're going to Clarice Keys. You're going to get your people into one of the quarters. Shut the thing so that it's airlocked, and then when you get closer, Oksana, when you get close, just open it. Just get her on the board. Get her on board.
docking base opening.
Oh god.
You see the Batleth come up around and just like handbrake turn as the docking bay opens.
They ruined our paint job.
Hex is holding on to a piece of debris, and she uses that at a reasonable moment to throw that out and give them a little bit of momentum towards
Like push it and you
towards the Batleth.
slowly drift as it counts down 5, 4.
Oh, hold on.
So you
Hold
land
on.
in the Batleth and the door closes. It's probably more like 20.
Hold on,
19.
guys.
Activating drives. And the Batleth, you all feel thrown back.
I'm
as,
sorry,
like,
we
the
feel thrown
momentum-
back?
Yeah, in the Batlet.
No,
It's like the
Oh, is
momentum.
it like threading?
It
And we're just
accelerates
like-
forward just within.
She wants
we
to
gonna
do
do-
that.
we get-
Are we doing? Is there a crash?
Are we getting thrown?
I gotta do that. You get thrown. As the Batlet accelerates rapidly and
Only in
tears
the
its way
face.
through space, and I assume you do
Follow-
the same
yes,
thing too.
yes.
You exit as swiftly as you can, and behind you, as I'm gonna imagine you all put sunglasses on and don't look. The space station erupts in an explosion. You see the.
Oksana, record that!
I'm not. Fine. You see the
Where?
rays as still attached to the station as the explosions begin sort of moving their way up, consuming all of the oxygen. And you see a large blast rip through most of the rays as it was unable to get itself free, and appears to be very significantly destroyed as the station debris begins floating around. You all survived. Congratulations.
We saved this universe. Wait, galaxy. Arm.
Beep beep.
It's nice to meet all of you.
Hey, salmon bars. You
Beep beep. Did everyone make it out okay?
I don't know. I guess so. Whatever. It's fine.
Beep beep. How you doing?
I'm fine.
You have your own call.
No, I'm using yours. Listen, get better. I know that might mean you have to make some choices. It'd be great to have you part of the family, but I understand that that's scary sometimes. And to be in a family means sometimes you're vulnerable. Like I had to be okay with sometimes being carried because I'm slow, and other people had to learn that sometimes I have to
Kika.
fix things. And I just don't want you to be blue. And
Don't die, you asshole.
then that.
Kika, if I'm gonna go through with this, will you be there with me?
Yeah.
I'm really scared of it. I don't want to stop being me. I tried to be someone else and it didn't work. I'm Conrad. I don't know who I'm gonna be when I wake up from this.
Conrad.
I hope so.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You drift slowly in space or quickly on ships.
So is she still in her other ship? So then Hexy, once we get safely away from the
You'll all
station,
eventually
Hexy can
dock with.
Oh, you can dock
Soren.
with us? It doesn't need a...
Well,
Well,
no,
we're all
give
gonna
it
dock
to
with
Soren.
Soren.
Because I
Soren
could
can-
get her before that.
Oh yeah, no, you're welcome to. As you're
Yeah.
piloting your way over there, it'll take you a few minutes to get to it. You will
What?
arrive at
A
Soren.
spacewalk. I'm just
What?
I'm on a spacewalk. Hexy is going to...
Haven't you done
I thought you were going to telepathically communicate. Do it. Do it.
It's a one-seater! I got it! My heart can't take me!
Back to your ship!
We're literally so close.
Are you close to... Are you close?
What?
You're probably not like spacewalk close because you've got two ships flying. But I mean, I'm okay. You can be space. I'll make it spacewalk close. Yeah. No, you're spacewalk close.
It's because you're already missing Kenny and she's in the little ship and there was all things. So she's...
You actually asked this, and Oksana's like, "You're not." Give me a moment, and you all feel the ship swerve slightly. You see the Batlet like zigzag and is suddenly pulled up alongside you.
I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm gonna
Maybe use the airlock this time.
Yeah, that's what it, yeah. So Hexy goes into the airlock and she wears a vac suit too just in case. 'Cause
Yeah.
She knows that it's might
Shit happens.
freak her out a
Yeah.
little bit just to see. So Hexy again uses her pressure bubble to
Sienna,
float out into the vacuum of space. And
the
it's like,
Batlet pulls up alongside you. The
you get
airlock
a-
opens.
did you get a rope or
and
anything?
Hexy comes out.
What are you doing?
it's okay. You can come with me.
You just want me to open the hatch and expose myself to the cold vacuum of space?
No, it's okay. Let me think about this for a second. Because I'm wearing the vac suit, I can take my bubble down and sit on the window, and then I can activate the bubble, and it'll be fine. It'll be around me, and you can open the door, and you can get out. Oh my god. It's gonna work, and everybody's gonna be safe and on the battlefield, and everything's gonna be fine.
I'm so afraid for you right now, and also kind of afraid for myself.
I mean, if you really want, I can go back. It just,
Just look, I can't handle watching you float in space right now. I need to pilot this ship. Please just go back inside.
Okay.
Just be there. Just be there. When I get back to Surin, just be there. All right? Just be there and safe. All right?
Okay.
All right. All right.
But only if you're
Focusing.
also safe.
I am here. I am safe and I am here.
Okay. Have fun though.
Oh God, Hexy, you are going to kill me, Hexy. Please get back on the ship. Please,
You're right back to
get back on the ship.
Conrad will dock
God.
first with Surin. I assume you get out, and Ari will kind of come down to the docking bay and just sort of stand there awkwardly, because neither of you understand each other, and then
I'll point to the shoulder.
and she's Zarek and Miyasanara, and gesture for you to come to the
English!
I'm gonna throw something at you.
gestures for you to come to the med bay.
Kika.
Isimona Piana just sort of stands there. I guess we'll wait. The rest of you, the Batleth docks. It's not as good as if a person docked it, because it's Oksana. It bounces a little bit.
As soon as it
you all
docks.
make it, and then you will dock shortly afterwards.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like,
We just bolt.
we
like,
just bolt, and we're like, go.
But Thea is like a little bit back, like she doesn't really care. Yeah.
He is
He was,
short on time.
yeah.
Well, then what are we waiting around here
I
for?
don't know.
He wanted to make sure that it's hard. We're here, and like I do the like. I don't want to ride, but I want to like hold your hand,
Up.
and we can go. Yeah, and then we go. I can walk, but like I want to make sure like I'm here. We're here. It's gonna be good.
Thea will like walk on the other side. But she's not gonna like grab your hand or
A
anything.
bunch of the other like people start leaving the ship, and they're like, "What?" Ari's like, "Who? Did you get a bigger crew?"
It was a rescue.
All right,
Oh,
Ziana has docked.
yeah.
All right, the lid of this ship pops open. Ziana practically leaps the fuck out of it, hits the floor hard, looks around, locates Hexy, runs to Hexy, sweeps her up in her arms, and kisses her and holds her face. And don't ever do that to me again.
Which part?
Oh my god! And just wraps her arms around her and
This
holds
part
her.
I would do again.
Oh god, Hexy! Oh. We're just gonna stay like
They have a moment. They have a beautiful moment. Conrad
Negative reinforcement.
with Thea and Kika will head to the med bay, and Ari will say he probably should take the gloves and armor off.
Can you should take some of your armor off so that she could start
I
working
have
on
to
it.
actually hold his hand.
And she wants to hold your hand so that she can share. It's just like, it's not like you lose yourself. It's like instead of, you know how when you have your thoughts, you have your voice, and your voice is like, oh, how you doing? I'm Kika. Kika. But like, imagine like now when you were thinking, sometimes another person could be like Thea could be like, I'm Thea. And like Thea is like the drum set to my guitar. And like the guitar is still there, but the drum set helps. And sometimes the guitar gets a solo. All the time actually, because I'm the guitar. But you gonna be the synth?
I can never go home after this, you know?
Why?
Because it's... if I am in any way psionic, there's no chance they'll let me back. My father would never consider me.
Why? Why
Maybe his dad
you
hates
like
psionics. That's possible.
psionic?
Hey, well, you said your dad.
Literally, we would be dead if Hexy didn't make that circle around us. And she's never hurt any of us. Ever.
I'm not... Look, I don't have... It's not about someone... It's not about a person being psionic or not. It's about what it means for me and for my future. And
Hey, get it. It's tough feeling like you can't go back to something that you used to always have. It's pretty shitty, but, you know, it's better than not having anywhere to go.
I've just always had a path for me. I knew where I was going, and I'm just so lost. It's okay. I'll be fine. Is she muttering about how long we're taking to do this? I think she's probably muttering about how long we're taking to do
Don't
this.
just grab him. She's ready. You're getting to the point where she cannot help you.
Okay.
And you want...
Have you taken off any of like?
Yeah, I've
sleeves
been
up? You see like
disrobing
up
this.
his neck, the skin is kind of that blue and metallic, and the one shoulder, almost all the way down, his perfect abs.
Are better now because they're covered in perfect. One side is just more perfect.
One side, he's got like 8 abs on
others.
one side, but only 6 on the other.
That's gonna be weird for his muscles.
Crunching really strange.
Are we sure we want to go through with this if my abs are so perfect?
I mean,
I don't know, man. I can't answer that question.
we could see if it could stretch to the other side, through the organs, if that's where the deal.
As they liquefy.
I sort of limply reach out a hand.
I will gently take it, and you see the lights, the sort of bioluminescence on her arm sort of glow and wrap their way up. You feel them kind of sink into your skin, and there's this sort of soothing coolness, kind of like when you, like a compress, as they sort of wind their way up and settle. And you hear, "Can you understand me now?"
Yeah, I can.
You might feel a little queasy for a while. I've heard this can... You're the second person we've done this on, so congratulations.
Thanks.
Welcome aboard, Sarin. I hope it's not as terrible as you thought it was going to be.
Me too.
So you'll quietly will have a moment. I'm gonna leave us with a small hook for season 2. I'm getting a hail, Captain.
Oh, from where?
An Ica vessel. Shall I put them through?
Yes. I don't think we have much of a choice.
You hear over the comms, "This is Lieutenant Wendy Santiago with Ica vessel Adristia. I am here to place Lieutenant Conrad Carls Jr. under arrest. He is being court-martialed for being absent without leave. Please immediately surrender him."
Come and get him, you bitch.
That was not allowed to be on call.
I bet that was a me.
No, that was not. That was just her.
And that is where we will leave season 2, or the end of season 1.
You're in trouble with Dad.
Best boy's in trouble.
But then
The crew is returned. Oh, the ship sailed.
you're now
We went a little bit over, so we will quickly read donations, say where you can find us, and then sign off for the evening. Thank you so much, everybody who joined us tonight for our season finale. And I look forward to being with you in season 2, which will come back in January.
Too quickly, because Claudia has to tell
Does
people
she?
what's going
Is she
on.
actually going to do that now?
I
Really
have,
promise
I really have to.
is
While I load up donations. Claudia,
All right.
what's happening next
So
week? At
next
the same
week is
time?
not secrets can now be revealed. Next week is not going to be Leviathan. However, on December 13th, December 20th, December 27th, and January 4th, there will be a mini series called High School Royale. It's with the OVA system, and it's going to be 4 high schools all in one city. Which one is the best? We shall see.
Is it going to be determined by blood sport?
Questionable.
My character's good with knives.
Oh yeah, I should explain what the characters that are people who are gonna be there. We have some returning cast members of Marcus or Drunkly Romantic, Steph or Sour Fruit Junkie. You might not know her, but her name is Lauren. She goes by Random Tuesday. And then we're introducing someone new named Calamity Jamie, which is pretty excited. She's from the Seattle area, so we're gonna have a new person, some old people. It's gonna be a good 4 episodes. I hope.
Very excited. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. Our characters are ridiculous.
Yeah.
In the best possible way.
Yeah.
All right. Our donations, the first one came through from I've read this name wrong before. The one Krutz. With $80.31, rounding it out as a nice even number. Red for the Red God. Paladin Hulk with $5.69. That sure is a nice even $400 donation amount. It would be a shame if someone, oops. Deanna X Moon with $5.31, donating as I start the VOD. Loving the season finale hair. Thea, y'all are awesome, and thank you all for the laughs these past few months. Thank you to Anna for masterminding all of this until season 2.
Oh, God. Did I not make that joke before?
No,
I earlier.
adore all of this fun.
Celador with
too.
$10. Just got home from work. Yes, that happened at 11 p.m. Oh, don't ask. I will have to watch the VOD later, but wanted to celebrate your successful season 1 finale. You guys rock. Can't wait to see the spillies. That's space sillies that season 2 brings.
Spillies sounds
Spillies.
good.
I like spillies. Can they be hill spillies? Demolition 1. Demolition 1, $5. Thank you for an amazing season 1, everyone. It was totally vertical. Looking forward to season 2 when it spelunches next year.
Oh my God.
This is a great troll. We should definitely.
It's good. It's so good.
Definitely speak it
So
out.
good. Let us quickly say where you can find us next. As a reminder, thank you for all of the donations that came through. Also, check out our Patreon for regular monthly donations. And Lizzie the Bull, where can we find you next?
Y'all can find me at Lizzie the Bold on Twitch and Twitter. You can also find me. I'm actually not on anything during the break, as far as I'm aware right now. But on my
that
own
needs to
channel,
change.
I will be continuing with my Thursday streams at 7 p.m. Where we're going to be starting a new game. Finally finished with Alien Isolation. It's shocking, sad, but it's over. And
Did you kill the alien? Did you isolate it?
Mm-hmm.
It was isolated, and then I was isolated, and then there were many of
Did you get a green card?
isolations.
Are you unisolated?
I ended the game extremely isolated.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
There was much isolation. Please.
Hi everybody, I am and have been Cheryl Platts, aka Muppet Aphrodite on Twitter and Twitch. Let's see, I'm not doing anything during the break because I will be recovering from surgery. You can read more about that on my Twitter account, and follow me on Twitter if you want to hear about my European speaking schedule for next year, because those announcements should be coming out starting soon. And you can also check out my company Idea Platts if you're curious about learning about design, voice design, that kind of thing. You can catch me this Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific on my Twitch channel. We're doing a little holiday party to kick off my foray into hysterectomy town. Woo! It's all public on the internet, so I can just talk about it. It's fine. So come hang out with my puppets and I, and we will have holiday songs or whatever the hell I want to do. And then stay tuned for follow-up streams once I'm feeling better. Thank you for a great season.
Hi, I am Claudia, but on the Twitch and Twitter I go by Jack and Ash, JAKIDASH thing. You can usually find me on Mondays on Monday Fun Day, where we play Final Fantasy 9. You can find me here next Wednesday. I'll be doing that GM thing. That's it.
Hi, I'm Sarah Scheller. You can find me on Twitch and on Twitter at ShellGame. And I've been playing Thea, and you guys are awesome. And I'm like, this is my first introduction to all of this, and it's pretty cool. So I'm glad to have like
taste of the dew.
such a good taste.
Oh God.
Don't
go
go
vertical.
away.
I am Dan Poslins at Dan Poslins. Don't look for me.
Excellent. And I am Random Tuesday. I have been your GM. You can find me streaming on my own channel, twitch.tv/randomtuesday. I'll be streaming again tomorrow morning. We're going to see if I can get my whole dual computer setup working. It probably won't happen because it means I have to figure out an Elgato. But you can also find me streaming D&D this Friday night on Exploding Dice. So that's going to be fun. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.